XLM, we start with 1 hour chart. All right, just I want to give a quick update. If we refer to my last analysis, we mentioned we can expect the price to, it give us a big correction for continuation. Now we get the prices start to correct. We want to see how big it can be. Any big correction or complex, I mean, if this one tend to deeper correction, it can give us better confirmation for continuation. Anyway, we start with higher time frame. We want to see how we can look at the chart. In this case, we move to daily chart. If we refer to our analysis, we have been looking for the reversal, and now we get this sharp move. If we want to look for continuation, we need to see the correction for trade setup based on lower time frame before we get the continuation, because mostly we can expect the price to consolidate within this before we get the reversal. That's why we need to know how we can look for trade and how we should get the trade setup before we look for trade. Okay, anyway, if we move to forward chart, as we can see after this move, the price start to drop. Now the question is whether we can get the correction at least similar to what we have here for continuation, because if we get any correction here, we can look for internally for the flat, for running flat for the next one move up. Then after that, we can make a decision. What's the next? Whether there is a continuation or it can turn to a correction relative to this. And beside that, right now we want to see the another option. Can we expect this one turn to correction in relative to this whole price to drop, at least retest this low? That's why all depends what we get here. Before we look for trade, we need to confirm the correction we're getting based on lower time frame. If this one turns to a deeper correction, similar to what we get here, we can look for reversal. But if there is a continuation as a sharp move with a correction, we can expect the price to retest this low. Okay, mostly we're looking for the correction relative to this for one move up. That's why if we want to look for buy, we should wait to get a correction and confirm for the reversal. That's fine for me. Mostly I will prefer a wait to see how deep this one can go. Then if I see any reversal as a sharp move with the flag, we can look for trade. And if this is the only correction, we can, then the option we can have entry above this. Right, unless we see some changes similar to what we have here, if tend to a correction with a flat, then we need to see how we can look for trade. But mostly any reversal with a flag, we can look for trade. Is there any possibility internally, when as long as the price is bigger than the correction, we get the trade setup for the sell? Yes, we can get the short-term sell setup. All right, but we are not looking for the sell. Mostly we're looking for the correction for reversal. All right. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. The only thing is right now we want to see how this correction can form and how complex it can be. But how about if the price reverse from here? The only way to look for trade having entry above this. Rather than that, we don't have any other option. What if we want to have entry above this? We should know is very risky. The only thing is we want the price reverse, tag, break, and continue the price tag. This is not moving within the first hour. We should take out the trade. Anyway, we're looking at this correction. Any trade setup, we are more interested. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.